because I am not a runner, but I love this question so much because I am not a runner, but I love hiking and backpacking. So yes, this program would be excellent for people who have that as their priority. Hiking and backpacking, depending on the intensity and what you're doing, are just as endurance and impact intensive as running. And you need lots of strength to be a successful hiker and backpacker. So the program would absolutely equip you to do that. The only thing that I might change would be, instead of doing the return to running progression, if you could find a trail that you know has like consistent steep spots to it, or where you could just do intervals, like hiking up a steep hill versus walking on flat road, something like that, instead of the running. Another alternative to changing the running progression would be just changing the intensity of your hiking speed. So whatever trail you want to work with, hop on that guy, go slowly for the walking portions of the return to running, and then kick up your speed and intensity during the running portion. But you don't actually have to run. Yes, and as with anything, it's like the it depends answer. So if you just kind of did it on your own maybe and didn't have a ton of direction from a PT on how to return to running, and you feel like you're just winging it, maybe some guidance would be helpful. Or if you started and you're not sure what to do next, some guidance might be helpful. Another thing that runners do is once they get back into running, they quit the strengthening routines and exercises, and you don't get to do that with my program. You still have to fit in a strength and impact workout twice a week on top of the running. So if you're not doing that and you'd like some workouts that are particular to runners and the strength and mobility demands of a runner, this could be really helpful for you. Another thing would be if you're just not sure how to progress, like you kind of started with your intervals, but you're not sure what to do, this would be great. I don't really get into this in the program because I just want people to run. And it's really dependent on what you have access to. So some people are going to be treadmill runners. Some people only live in an urban area and they only have access to the road. But if you have the ability to do trail running or run on a, rubber or cork track or something like that, I'm all for a little bit of a softer landing than concrete, just in general for any runner. But again, I don't get into that because I don't want you to not run because you don't have the ideal, perfect running environment. You can run anywhere. Amazing question. So what I did is I took the research for return to running postpartum, the research that we have, it's not a lot, combined with my knowledge of running, returning to running after injury, and then also took into account the prolapse. So the exercises are graded loading, keeping the pelvic floor in mind. We talk about breathing in ways that we might not for another diagnosis. And then the running is a little bit slower than a general return to running postpartum, but I really think slower and more intentional is always better, regardless of what you have going on.